Hi guys, I'm Exactchaos and welcome back to another episode of Project Hospital. We have got the internal medicine hospitalization department up and running. I don't believe we've had any operations in there just yet. We do have some patients kind of strolling about. Let me quickly have a look at this guy. Yeah, he's just being treated, so there's no operations that's happening. Oh, maybe this one, HDU. No, not at all. But what we do have is we have enough money to purchase yet another ambulance, which will unlock some more patients for us, I believe. So let's go ahead and do that while we have the money. I think we're going to be quite calm with expansion just now in this episode. We'll just see about working our way through these. So let's grab the ambulance. Obviously the ambulance goes on that floor, and we've got purple ambulances in this hospital. So we'll add our third over there. Excellent. So now we're increasing the number of patients yet again. So now we are effectively out of 330 emergency. 330 patients per day at emergency. Now I think that's pretty clear. We're going to be able to do that, no problem. What we do, however, we might however need is an additional trauma bed. So we'll keep an eye on how we progress with this. Let's have a look at what's going on in the clinic over here. I think the new setup is pretty good. We're able to get through, I think, a fair bit more patients now. There's nobody sitting around in the waiting room. I do like the fact that we have a waiting room like this. It just makes it easier to kind of understand what's going on. So I'm happy that the whole setup works quite nicely now. I would like us to at least treat the 60 patients for the day. Whether we're going to get there, I don't know. Any operations underway? Could be. Someone is going where? Transported for examination, so that's fine. We're waiting on an ambulance to come in with some patients. We've expanded this here a little bit. We've got 2 beds available over here. We may need some additional doctors in emergency though, in the on-call room. That's something that may be a requirement as we go forward. That patient just decided to up and leave. Is that the case? What's the case here? Going to a chair. There's a chair next to your bed, buddy. So what are you waiting on in terms of... Oh, there's a biopsy and urine analysis that's underway. Okay, fair enough. With that in mind, we should probably give you a little bit of a sofa or something in here if that's the problem that you're having. We probably, just to make that environment slightly nicer. Here comes the ambulance. 40 patients treated already. Okay, 330 patients. Okay, that's good. Increase clinic patient per day to 25. Okay, there goes a fair bit more. It's 90% prestige at the end of the day. Let's have a look. And do we get money? Oh yeah, 100,000 government grant for that. I think that will actually help us out nicely. Okay, we've got a little bit of cash. I think I may as well add a bit of a sofa in here somewhere. Maybe somewhere in the middle. That could be useful. So let's grab something here. Equipment. And we'll just go with something basic, like a sofa. I'm kind of tempted we just do maybe something like that. If we do maybe a double sofa like this with some plants. Something like that, just to make that area a little bit nicer. Going to help us get that prestige up to 90%. But I think we are... yeah, we're over 90%, so hopefully that'll help us out a little bit more. What's going on with this patient? Ooh, cholecystis. I'm not sure how to say that. But anyway, he'll be hospitalized. I believe that is operation. Yeah, laparoscopic surgery. Perfect. Any laparoscopic any surgeries? There's just a surgery just finished over here. I don't think there's a surgery going on up here. That's not a surgery. Going towards examination. So yeah, we've got no one here for surgery just yet. Got a little bit of cash, but not a lot. I don't want to put something in there because that's going to be a bit of a problem. If anything, I'm kind of thinking that that common room over there should probably have been over here. And then what can we do with that space? We could add another ward in there. I don't know. Maybe that's fine. Maybe this setup here is practically good, and we don't need to do much more. This is the new patient. Oh no, that's cholera. Came from some kind of... So what's going on here? Waiting for a bed. HDU hospitalization in the general. Really? Are we full on? Again? Can hardly believe it. Can we have a look? All beds, all HDU beds are full? Wow. That is extreme. So, the question that I have is, can we look into adding an extra bed in one of these? We have the, well, we've got enough cash to put an extra ward in potentially. But what I'm wondering is maybe we should look into doubling up over here. People are using all kinds of stuff here. Okay, let's move this way and then we'll see. Fortunately, there's a patient in that bed. Can we, so does that mean we can move it? No, we cannot move it. So let's just drop this down completely. Well, what I'm going to try and do is... See, now that is not what I wanted to do. Oh, there's a sink in there. So if we do move the sink over that way... can we... Well, let's take the plant out. And we'll move these in the corner over there. Okay, now what I'm going to try and do is see if we can potentially get an additional bed in here. This is just very standard beds, right? I believe we will in fact get an extra bed in there. But we need a few things. So can we get a bedside table? Yeah, it's going to work. And we will also need the... we'll just get this one. Is that one, the life monitor is a little cheaper. So there we go. So that means we should have the extra bed. Okay, so that definitely means we won't have room for the plant. So what we'll do is we'll just end up moving the plant where? Outside the door. There you go. So now there's an additional bed in there. So hopefully that means transportation can happen and we'll be sharing that room for the time being. But yeah, we may have to move that around a little bit. Someone's going to be operated upon over here. Okay, so now we've moved that around. So yeah, that's pretty good over there. That's not bad. And if we can move the couch out, I think if we just take out the sofa, then that will potentially help. So where's this guy going? I mean, he should be on his way, right? Oh, but there's probably nurses are busy over here with this laparoscopic treatment right over there. That's fine. Here he comes. Monitored patient is collapsing right here, I believe. Come on. Storm in there and try and sort it out. Defibrillate. Oh, there's some hidden symptoms here that we obviously need. Okay, but that guy's now moving to ICU. That's okay. So now I've got an extra bed available again. Long wait for a bed in regular hospitalization, honestly? Wow. That's just weird. So we need, so what I'm thinking I'm going to do over here, well, we could do an additional ward, but we need a little bit more cash. But what I thought I'd do, exactly that. No sitting on that sofa. That sofa is mine. We're going to we're going to get rid of that sofa. We'll maybe put it out there. And what we'll do is we'll grab an additional bed over here. We're going to go with the blue beds. You're going to go in right over there. Oh, the one thing that we didn't do on the other one was get the bed socket, which isn't, of course, isn't absolute requirement, but helpful nonetheless. So we'll get this thing, move it out there, and we'll... Oh, there's no requirement for anything else, right? Just the bed socket. That's fine. So you can have the plant stay next to you over there. The issue, however, is with this guy. So could we find a spot, a reasonable spot for it? Okay, let's say we turn that around. Okay, so that would not necessarily be reasonable, but that could be reasonable. Let's do that. Let's put it in there, so at least I've still got a spot to go and sit down. So yeah, we're doubling up on beds as much as we can. So hopefully that patient will now find a bed over here. So what I am missing out on, there's no bed socket over here. So let's quickly add that to the mix. I am quite happy that we are doing a pretty decent job. There we go, bed socket in there as well. Nice, so now you should be fine. There we go. Let's go downstairs. Ooh, clinic is about to close. We've got no patients here. I don't have anybody sitting around over here. There's no patients sitting in here. No patients whatsoever in any of the doctor's rooms. Right? Nowhere, no patients. People kind of being observed over there. There's some people in the ICU over here. So really, that should be the end of the day, and no clinic patients not treated. Wow. Okay, so now an emergency patient is coming our way. I think we can very much have, oh yeah, that 90%. So we're going to have a big influx of money coming in, and then we can maybe expand a few things. Patient's bed got broken? What is this? This is the first time I've seen this. Pneumonia. So where's this bed's... Where is that? So it's this one. Oh. I think the issue here is this guy with his just move your... If we move, I think it's this thing. I think because of that thing, and I don't think it's that's not the problem. The problem is this guy parking his little van over there. Move your van, buddy. How can you, okay, hang on. Maybe if I move that out, is that going to be better? No, it still seems to be an issue. We'll see. Okay. New patient arriving into the trauma care over here. So we're out of money now. But at the end of the day should... Oh no, we've dropped. Why? Why did we drop? Insurance payments, patient intake. So what is the problem here? Intensive care unit is fine. Bonus budget money. Why are we... Why is emergency all of a sudden not as prestigious as it used to be? No, it can't be. Can it? It feels a little weird. Where's my doctors? Undergoing stabilization. Yes, run, buddy. I need more doctors in here, I think. As we get more emergency cases, we will need more doctors over here. So is that stabilized? HDU hospitalization is going to happen. Let's quickly go back upstairs here and see. So this guy was in fact sorted out in the end. Bed got a problem with the bed was kind of fixed in the end. Any of these people actually waiting on surgery? No. No, so I don't know how often we will be doing surgery over here. There, any surgery this way? Yeah, so I would imagine we need more wards in here and less necessarily operating rooms. So potentially fill the rest of this up with some wards, and then no more operating rooms. And then on this side, potentially general surgery department, we go ahead and grab ourselves some additional operating rooms. So let's quickly see what's going on the list over here. So we only got 2 cases waiting, so we should be able to undertake the treatment fairly soon over here. We've got a team available in the evenings to do that. There's a fair bit of stuff. Oh, that's not actually being cleaned over here. Hang on. Let me quickly have a look at that. I forgot to do that. Grab the corridors. Get the corridors all set up over here. So we'll do something like that, and something like this, and something like that. There shouldn't be anybody walking around over there, so that piece should be fine. We'll go to the general surgery department, and for now what we'll do is we'll actually go ahead and extend that corridor to go up there, so at least that little section gets cleaned off. I think that should cover all of these sections that's currently not being cleaned. That should be fine. We've got a fair amount of HTU beds that's being used at the moment. Can the doctors please come and do some surgery? And oh, long wait for examination interview. Where exactly are you located? You should be hospitalized, right? Regular hospitalization, and you're waiting on a doctor. So why is that? Waiting for a doctor, technologist for examination, and that's just the interview. So the doctor just generally has to come around and do the thing. So why is the doctor? What? What's going to happen over here? Oh, no free bed in regular hospitalization. So where are you currently? Oh, observation downstairs. Okay, well, if only we had money. You're going to have to wait another hour until our, I believe our windfall will come in. I would hope so. I don't know if it's going to happen, but if it does, it should be fine. So what's happening over here? So this is abdominal surgery being done. Okay, so this is an interesting thing. So they just use any operating theater? Ah, so if that's the case, what I should do is I should move this facility over here. And then these operating theaters will be at the ready whenever it happens. So we don't have more teams available, right? So doesn't really mind. So we don't need an operating theater in each department. I think that is the lesson learned here. Who's collapsing where? And of course there should be a nurse around to come and help that, right? Really? That patient's collapsing, people. Can I say code blue? Code blue, treat patients with the same priority as critical patients. Code blue, please. Who's gonna come here? Okay, perfect. Okay, we need to find out what's going on with this patient, but perfect, there we go. I'm hoping, I'm still confident. I don't think it's gonna happen though. I'm still hoping we can get a prestige level that is above, that is at 90, which if we don't, it's problematic for us. Okay, he's going down there. Long wait for treatment. I believe you'll just have to continue waiting. So, ooh, that is a little bit of surgery. Okay, well that's going to be tomorrow because we don't have anybody in the evenings that can look after that. Yeah, there's no one working CT in the evening, but we could maybe fix that. So CT is something that we could have someone in the evening work on. This is CT over here, right? Yeah, so let's get an evening technologist for CT. Do we have a night owl? No, but we do have a fast mover. So let's go with this one. Try and keep things a little bit more a little better. So hopefully CT can now occur. Probably need a bit more nurses and the likes. What did we get? We did in fact get the 90%. It's that's that one. What happened with emergency? Somehow I'm not too sure how that worked, but anyway, we got the money. So that's the thing. So with the money in place and that work, I believe, has been done. I think I just quickly want to move. I want to move this, right? Because I think it is a good idea to have our operating theaters in the same location here. Kind of a little something like that. What is that? Oh, there's a corridor over there. So let's do that. That's okay. So now we've got 2 operating theaters over here, and they seem to be using them any way, shape, or form they want to. So that's okay. I'm happy with that. So now we've got that spot over there. I'll just get rid of the walls and so on. So we'll put wards in there. Actually, we'll have to move in some more wards. Okay, let's get rid of the walls. That's kind of was the plan. Get rid of that wall and get rid of this wall. I'll put the floor back, the standard floor, so we don't get confused with what that's supposed to be. Okay, now wards. Give me another prefab ward over here for the internals, and I'm thinking regular hospitalization seems to be a bigger thing over here than anything else, so we'll go ahead and grab a regular ward. This one there, it's quite quite a cheap one. Well, not pricey at all, so we'll get a regular ward. To go in over there, so at least we have some more beds. What we could do, actually, what I'll do at the start is I'll just immediately move a few things around. Give me that plant. We'll move that plant back in there. So I'll get an extra bed right here. Okay, like that. Bedside table and a socket, so that we can at least add a little bit of extra capacity. So that should do us okay. Not sure we're going to be able to add extra capacity in this one, but that should be fine. We have generally been able to add additional capacity in here, but all of our HDU beds there are full. So yeah, the question in my mind is, what we could do is we can open up in between, have a, well, not necessarily a pass through, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. We've got tons of people here. Is there enough free nurses to transport this patient? Okay, so what I'm thinking is we probably need more nurses around in various departments. So let's have a quick look here. How many evening nurses do we have over here? 1, 2, 3 evening nurses. Maybe we should add a 4th. I think that's probably something we should look into. And patient care being probably the primary need for this nurse. So let's grab that nurse over there. We'll add a little bit extra staffing there. I'm also tempted that we go downstairs into the emergency department. And what we need to do here is we will need to provide some additional we don't have, but they're probably running around with it somewhere. Anyway, but what I'll do is I'll add an extra PC over here so that we can 2 extra PCs over there so that we can add some extra nurses in here. Probably both day and night nurses needs to be added. Let's quickly do that. A day nurse, this one, but she's a receptionist though. I don't want a receptionist nurse. I would rather like us clinical, or that's just nurse, isn't it? This one should be fine. And then for the evenings, anybody that's a kind of nighttime person, well, we'll grab you anyway. So we'll do that. Extra doctors, maybe extra doctors is the thing. Go to ICU. Do we need an additional nurse in ICU? I would think maybe. Let's get an additional nurse for ICU. They are requiring what exactly? Just standard nurse, isn't it? So someone with very basic... Ooh, a night owl. Let's go with the evening. We'll grab the night owl for the evening. I don't want the receptionist though, but anyway, that's fine. And during the day, we want someone... that's another night owl over there. Maybe just you. That's fine. Okay, so now we've got some extra nurses in most departments. The only other one we haven't had a look at is this one. And the evening situation here is definitely one that we could do with maybe another evening nurse. That one there is going to be absolutely fine. Okay, good. So now we've got tons of additional nurses around. Whether our doctors are sufficient, maybe an extra doctor for the evening wouldn't be a bad idea either. Already got a surgeon, so maybe what we'll do is we'll grab ourselves an anesthesiologist. Evening anesthesiologist, so that we're ready for when those things start happening. We don't want an early bird guy. Wow. We'll just grab this one. Okay, evening doctor over there. Was that what happened? Yeah. Okay, so there's one additional doctor in there now, so that should be fine. So now we could actually, if we add an extra one, we could do surgery, but we're not even doing surgery. It's just so that we can get through those things a little quicker. Okay, I think that should get us there. Oh, one thing that I wanted to do was improve the trauma center down here. So let's quickly rotate that around and see how we should potentially add some more stuff here. So let's go ahead and grab this. Another of these operating tables, please. So something like that would be okay. We need an extra doctor to make that work though. Wow, so this stuff is pricey to do. I need a different color though. Can I just make sure we get you the red color there? Good stuff. You need these monitors, right? The medical light. We'll get the black one. We'll do that, and you also need, I'm assuming you need this op imaging thing, right? Anything else? Is that fine, just like this? They've got the various pieces of equipment, so maybe the imaging thing is of such that you don't necessarily need one every time, and that's fine. So at least we've got the extra one over there, but I do think we may actually be required to add an extra doctor to the mix over here. Do we have? Oh, we don't have the stuff in here, so let's grab an additional doctor here. Give me a PC. We'll go with 2 additional PCs over there, and what I'll do is I'll grab one more doctor for both the day and the night. Acute medicine. Maybe that's the one, and in the night time we would like, well, acute medicine advanced. Yeah, I think that's about it. We can't actually look at anything else, but that's the kind of almost the cheapest one right over there. Anyway, we'll grab this one, and now we've got additional doctors so that we can actually take on 2 emergencies at a time. The ICU beds are getting pretty full. I'm tempted to see about expanding ICU facilities just a tad. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's set up the walls there. I'm going to quickly change that up. Grab me the wall. We'll remove that there, and then I'm going to grab the red walls. What are we doing? We're doing, which one is it? It's this one, right? So we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll get some flooring going on over there. I believe the standard white is that piece. Nope, it's this one. We'll do that, and then we'll do the big ones, right? I think it's this one. Nope. That one. That one. Then must be this one. There we go. Perfect. There we go. So that's in place. With that in mind, we'll need a little bit of walling. If I put this up all the way, yeah, so it's the same walls that we just used. So that one, we're going to run that in there. I'm going to grab us 2 of these panels. I want to try and make sure that we extend the same kind of features over here. And then we'll add the beds and the stuff. Okay, so we need to... Okay, so a modern hospital bed is what is required. Something like this. I don't know what color the beds are though. Can I get out of this? They are red. So there's all kinds of other stuff that we're not actually using. Wow, lots of stuff around here that's not being used. Okay, well let's grab the extra bed and things like that, and that's the red color that we're going after there. So we'll slot that one in there. We will make sure to what we need to do though is get the rooms done first. So if we go to ICU, the ICU facility, I want to just expand that like so. Perfect. And now we'll go back in here. We'll see, okay, you need some life monitors and things. So what did we use on this one? It's clear the life support system goes in place, so that's fine. Then there's a mechanical ventilator, goes in there, and there is the life monitor, not that one, the more advanced life monitor that goes on this side. We'll get the bed socket as well, just so that we've got the system all sorted out. It's there. Where's the bed socket? I kind of feel like I'm missing it. Oh, there it is. There it is. It'll go up on the wall there, if we can find it. Yeah, there we go. So now that should work. We'll get one of these little equipment tables, but I'm not necessarily going to put something on it. Ooh, and a privacy screen. So privacy screen... like over there. Yeah, it should be fine. And where's the little equipment? Stainless steel stand. We'll grab one right over there. Are we going to put something on it? They always put some stuff on it, but whether that is really required, I have no idea. These things are expensive. CRP. CRP, shall we put some of that on there? Or just some general stuff? We probably have CRP somewhere. Wow, over there's one. Oh, no, those are... What are these? What are they? Defibrillators. Oh, okay, maybe a defibrillator instead. They are pretty pricey though, so we probably don't need it. Anyway, if we have it close by, that might be just fine. Anyway, that should kind of do the trick there. That should be okay. Anyway, so now we've got at least expanded our capabilities in terms of ICU just a tad now that we've got the cash to do so. So at least now we've got an extra bed over there and we can accommodate a little bit more people. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. That is going on. We've got a fair bit of money. So the question is, where is our next expansion going? We've got orthopedics, cardiology and neurology. And this side I'm almost tempted to leave as is for now, because if we expand, I would like to expand our emergency department. So the question beckons is, how do we expand this area so that we go about adding our additional departments? Since we've got a little bit of money, we may as well start adding those departments. So let's quickly have a look. Just before we do that, we've done all of those. So the next thing is really to purchase more ambulances so that we can start locking that. But I do want... Is that maybe what we should do? More ambulances instead? One more ambulance? And then start planning this out? Yeah, maybe that is the case. We really need a lot of ambulances though. So let's do that. Let's grab ourselves one more ambulance. Okay, over there, grab the purple one, and we will slot you in like such. One ambulance over there. That should be okay. Oh, 35,000 for an ambulance. And we need only one more after that one. Should be good, but at least it is now starting to live up to the expectations of the emergency master. Okay, now if I look at foundations, right? What was this block looking like? This was a 32 by 32 block. Okay, so if we say we'll leave ourselves a little bit of room there. Okay, so if we say we want to do 32 by 32, so we're already well into that 32, right? So actually we're then very close to where the whole thing should start happening. So ooh, and that's a lot of money. So really there's supposed to be a corridor that's going to run in there, and then this area should be the courtyard. So we need to provide access to that courtyard some way, somehow. And we need to find the appropriate kind of waiting rooms and stuff for the additional spaces. But I'm kind of tempted that that should start running up into that direction. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. We will expand our hospital. Probably need another ambulance. So hopefully we can run through a number of surgeries. So let's quickly have a look just as a final thing. How many surgeries? There's one surgery waiting in general surgery. I believe there should be, oh, there's one surgery waiting in internal medicine. So that should be good. We'll be able to do that. I don't think anything else is awaiting any surgeries. No, nothing in intensive care. I don't think these guys ever get anything. X-rays, no. Is emergency awaiting on a surgery? No, not at all. So there are a few people in observation over there, but that's about it. So really we're doing really well. I'm hoping we'll get to a point where our budget starts to actually work. Let's have a quick look at this. Grant funding was obviously something that came in yesterday, but yeah, so that's the other bits and pieces there. We did a fair bit of construction work, and then where did our insurance? That's like 17,000 for the clinic plus that much wages clinic. So the hospitalization is not quite where it should be. So our total income was about 4,000. So we're dependent on grants to actually expand this hospital. That is in fact the case, but slowly and steadily we are making a little bit of money. What's the situation with the bank loans? Ooh, we are we've got a little bit of loans going on there. Okay, anyway, well, we'll get to that later. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave some comments down below. I do appreciate it. I do read all of them. Hit that like button if you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.